Hello everybody, my name is Naya and I'm the Black female engineer. I provide content for new and aspiring software engineers, and today we are talking about imposter syndrome. Now, imposter syndrome to me would be defined as feeling like you don't belong where you are. You are an imposter. Sometimes it can feel like, oh, like you got the job, that is so exciting, and then the next 3 seconds you think, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do when they find out I'm not skilled enough or I'm not good enough? Feeling like you fooled, them, the quote unquote them, your family, your friends, your company, all of that, feeling like you do not belong. But let me tell you here, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And this is how to really tackle imposter syndrome so that you have to just deal with it less and less and less until you no longer feel this way. The very first thing when you feel yourself spiraling down that imposter syndrome feeling is to understand what has happened to make you start feeling this way. So there are many different things that might happen, and there are many ways to go about this. So let's start with another person externally. Someone says something to you to start feeling this way. First of all, remember that what a person says about you is more of a reflection on them than it is on you. People can't do things or couldn't have imagined doing something, and so they try to put you down for accomplishing the very thing that they couldn't. The negative things they say to you are a reflection of their own insecurities. To them, it doesn't matter who they say it to. If you weren't sitting at that desk, sitting in that chair on the Zoom meeting, they would have found somebody else to spiel this nonsense to. So it is not on you, not a reflection on you. It is completely on them. And so you need to remember that and squash that real quick. If it's not another person, it could be yourself. I know this is something that I've been battling with very recently. Me feeling insecure, feeling that I am not good enough to be in this field. I'm not good enough to be in this company because the people around me, the people I'm working with, the people on this Zoom meeting look nothing like me. And that is something that is seriously a real thing, because when you see all of these people flourishing and getting through their projects with no problem and no bugs or anything, and then you are having troubles, or in this case for me, many people know that I've been going through training for my new job. I work as a Commerce Cloud developer, and I just started last month, and I've been going through training, and so that's been a lot of something I need to tackle for myself, where I look at the people around me and they don't look like me, and so I'm getting into problems, and I say to myself, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't belong here, X, Y, and Z, because I see no one else who looks like me. That people tend to not understand how important having people that look like you is, because when I mess up, it becomes a thing of Naya's the problem, and Naya's not smart enough. In my mind, that's what ends up happening. But when John messes up, it's, oh, the instructions weren't clear, or oh, the project is just difficult, give him some time. And I'm not saying the company does this, but just me looking around, like, no one says, oh, John is stupid, oh, Chad doesn't belong here. No, they don't say that. So I need to stop doing that to myself and allow myself the same patience and courtesy I'm giving to everybody else, saying, Naya, the code base you're working with is difficult, the instructions are vague, you will get through it, you got this, it's fine, you'll tackle it as you will. And really separating it from I'm not good enough to, man, these instructions are not good enough. So really work on separating that. Think about what the flip side is. If you are in coding bootcamp, if you are self-teaching in computer science in your classes, or have just started a new job like me, and you are running into tech problems, you are running into these glitches constantly, stop making it about you. That sounds so harsh, but stop making it about you. It's not about you. No. But no, do you see what I mean? Stop making it about you. Make it about what you're working on. This thing is difficult. This thing is hard. This thing is, not well updated, and let me work with what I've got. It's going to be harder because it's structured this way, but let me work with what I got. And acknowledge that the things you're working on are hard, and the fact that you are struggling means that you are about to learn so much. And that's exactly the third reason that you may be going through this. The first was another person saying something. Second was you yourself observing your, surroundings and putting that insecurity on yourself. And third is your work, the technology you're working with. Is it that you can't fix a bug? Is that what created this feeling that there's a bug that is just flashing at you for the last 6 hours and you can't fix it? Okay, get up, close your computer, and take a break. When you take a break, when people say take a break when you're having troubles with bugs and things like that, it's not because they're saying, oh, just breathe, just chill, and you'll get to it and it'll be fine. No, that's not why they're saying that. They are saying it because when you take a break, when you stand up, get blood flow going, move, get something to eat, watch a show, 30 minutes, watch some Friends, watch some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, sit down, then come back to your computer 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour after, you are now forced to remind yourself of where you were. You are now forced to open up your files again. You have to look through what instructions you're going through or what tutorial you're going through and what line of code you are on, and remind yourself what even the point of that code is. It's in that reminding yourself and getting reacquainted in yourself that the magic happens. Because now that you've been forced to take a couple steps back, you now will find the bug. You now will understand what the problem is. Either one, because you previously had lost sight of the bigger picture, the why behind your code, you now came back and were like, oh, why am I working on this? What am I working on? And then it clicked. You're trying to do X, Y, and Z. And so you know exactly how to make it work. That, or number two, it's with the taking a few steps back that the bug lied in. It wasn't in the thing that you currently were looking at. It was in the 4 steps before that you had done previous hours ago that created this bug now. And you didn't know it until now because it just wasn't relevant. And so now that you had taken a break and had to start from 4 steps back all over again to remind yourself of where you were, you saw that bug. And now you're like, oh, there it is. That is why it's important to take a break. If someone had just said this, I would have started taking breaks a long time ago. Then when it works, you're no longer an imposter. You made it work. You're so happy, so excited, and you're now feeling like the bad mother shut your mouth that you really are. The fourth reason you might be, feeling that imposter syndrome is because you can't find work. You've done the teaching, the instruction, the training, and you can't find work. Now, if that's the case, yes, I see how that can be extremely disappointing, and I will allow you the 3 minutes to cry about it. But after those 3 minutes, you please see all the different ways you are present on a professional level, your resume, your LinkedIn, your GitHub, all of that, and see what things you can revamp. And there's always something you can revamp. Revamp your resume to do X, Y, and Z. Revamp your LinkedIn. Make sure you're posting a lot more. Make sure you're networking. Make sure you're playing that game. It's a lot better to feel like you're doing something than it is to just, I don't know. I've always felt better doing things. I've always also felt more motivated and excited about life than I have just accepting defeat. I hope that makes sense. Again, stop turning things inwards and saying I'm not good enough, and really reflect it on everything else in terms of, okay, I'm in a rough economy right now. Let me be patient. Let me play that networking game. Let me make sure I am being present and people know I'm looking so that I can have my best odds of getting the position I want, rather than saying, oh, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough. I hate that word. Even saying it, I think you guys saw I hesitated. I hate that word. I hate that. But anyway, I do not ever call yourselves stupid or dumb. It makes me so emotional even saying it. Don't ever call yourselves that, because If you call yourself that, your body, your mind, your actions will start believing it, start reflecting it, and that is no way to be, not only in work but in life. Seriously, there are so many people in this world whose main purpose in life seems to be to just drag you down. And so you need to be the one person who's on your corner if there is nobody else around, and just be like, no, you can say whatever you want with your computer science degree, with your, Google internship, with your X, Y, and Z. Say whatever you want. I'm going to be over here working on myself, working on these projects, and I'll see you at the top if you even make it there. And I really wanted to post this video today because it was very relevant for today. I had been working. I had been, just minding my own business, eating my, do you guys know that video? Like eating my McDonald's or something. And I go on Instagram and I see this thread of comments from a person who was very much, his goal for that day, I think, was to find people he can put down or try to put down. He had seen my account and everything, and just started saying these belittling comments, saying things like, oh, I gave my grandmother a MacBook and she turned it on. I guess now she's a software engineer too, or things like that. I think he's deleted that comment, but there's more. If you can, I'm not gonna say which post it is, but you'll be able to find it just fine. But if you look for it. But yeah, it was this that made me for a second just feel like that, like an imposter, like, am I really good enough, X, Y, and Z? And I very quickly had to remind myself of who I am, my credentials, pull up my own little resume and remind myself that I taught myself to code and was able to secure a job at a Fortune 20 company, and am right now working as a Commerce Cloud developer, and am contributing everywhere I can and learning everywhere I can, and just continuing that process of bettering myself professionally in my learning. And just, I keep looking over here because that's where my computer is, so I think I'm also talking to my, I don't know, but I actually experienced that for myself, doing those steps of remembering who I am and acknowledging why I'm feeling like this, X, Y, and Z. And so there will be so many people, y'all, especially if you're coming at this from a non-traditional route, or if you're a person of color or a woman in this field, there will be people who try to put you down for it, say you don't belong, say you took the easy route. Meanwhile, they don't realize that you spent 60 hours a week up till 3 a.m. crying, trying to figure out why certain processes won't work, making sure you're sending your resume to everybody and their mama, just working so hard to make sure you make this life for yourself. And some people just refuse to see those things, and instead, when seeing you, they see all the things that they couldn't do, and they decide to put you down for that. And so I really wanted to make this video for y'all, but also for myself. And I'm really excited for the next few weeks getting to interact with you more, both on social media and here. I plan to make more tutorial videos. Don't worry, I know y'all want it. Don't worry. I've been working a lot. I work about 70 hours a week because 2 of my contracts overlap each other. But in 2 weeks, that will be done. And so I'll be giving you so much more of that. So please be patient with me. And I'm looking forward to creating some day in the life videos for you all, getting to talk about really what I do on a day-to-day, and really just, try to give you all some insight into what you may expect in this type of role. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope you remember some of these things. I hope I remember some of these things. But YouTube tells me that about 70% of you are enjoying my content but don't subscribe. So please click that subscribe button. I love seeing this community grow, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.